Okay,
Sorry,
class,
I'm
please
late.
open your books to page. Well, it's nice to see you joined us for class, Miss Chima. May I ask what excuse you have for us today?
Sorry, I overslept.
We all know what comes next. We put our heads down on our books and take a nice, long, accidental nap during class. We don't blame it on ourselves, but rather all the late nights we spent trying to finish up that English project and study for that biology test. Sound familiar? Well, have you ever wondered why that is? Yes? Then let me explain to you how you lose when you don't snooze.
An average human brain contains about 100 billion neurons. Now, neurons come in all shapes and sizes, but they all have three main parts: dendrites, cell body, and axons. We will be focusing on the axon and dendrite terminals. It is here that you will find synapses, the connections between neurons that allow them to communicate. To begin, an action potential is set down the axon until it reaches a synapse, where that electrical signal needs to turn into a chemical one, so that it can be transported across what we call the synaptic cleft, a space between two synapses. Voltage-gated channels in the synapse membrane open, allowing calcium ions into the synapse. These ions then bind to vesicles in the synapse containing neurotransmitters, signaling for them to move to the membrane to release the neurotransmitters into the synaptic cleft. Depending on the synapse, different kinds of neurotransmitters are released. However, once released, the transmitters diffuse across the synaptic cleft and bind to the neuroreceptors on the postsynaptic cell. If the signal was strong enough, then the electrical potential of the neuron changes, causing an action potential to be sent down its axon. So how does this relate to your lack of sleep? Well, every time you learn something new, a new synapse is formed or an old one grows. According to the research done by the University of Wisconsin-Madison, when you sleep, some of those new or growing synapses shrink up to 20% or are cut out completely by the brain. This allows the synapses to rest so that they can continue to grow the next day, and also helps cut out unimportant information. When you don't sleep, these processes cannot happen, overwhelming the synapses, causing communication between cells to weaken and slow down, or even killing the actual neuron. This can make it harder to concentrate, think, or do basic tasks like speak. Prolonged sleep deprivation can cause serious harm to one's mental abilities in the long term. So it is definitely important to get a good night's rest. Wouldn't you agree?